Do you know the top 10 highest opening weekends in the month of March of all time? Let's find out. At number 10, we have Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire that came out in March of 2024 with an opening weekend of $80 million. At number 9, we have a newcomer, Project Hail Mary, that opened this March in 2026 to around $80.5 million. Now going back to 2024, at number 8, we have Dune Part 2 that made around $82.5 million in its debut weekend. Next, at number 7, we have Logan that debuted to around $88.4 million in 2017. Now we have a giant leap of a $28 million difference from 7 to 6, where at number 6, Alice in Wonderland debuted with over $116 million in its debut weekend back in 2010. Cracking into the top 5, at number 5, we have Robert Pattinson's The Batman that made over $134 million in its opening weekend back in 2022. And yet, in another big leap all the way up to number 4 is the original Hunger Games that made over $152 million in its opening weekend in March of 2012. Now you could have probably guessed that either Disney and or Marvel would be up here in the top 3. Well, you are correct. At number 3, we have Captain Marvel that made around $153 million back in March of 2019. Now, I mentioned Batman once. Well, he shows up twice, where the number 2 highest opening weekend in March of all time is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice that made around $166 million back in its opening weekend in 2016. And here we are, the number 1 highest opening weekend in March of all time is Disney's live action Beauty and the Beast that opened with $174.7 million back in 2017. What do you think about this list? Did you see any of those movies when they originally opened? I mentioned Project Hail Mary. Did you go see it this past weekend? Let me know in the comment section.